Do you suck at wiring? Don't worry, because today I'm going to teach you how to build a 7-segment or a counter, a 3-bit counter with a 7-segment display to display the number that it is on. Just like this one over under here, the one that I showed in my video before. But yeah, let's get started. The blocks in this tutorial that you will need are, oh, I gotta go into creative. Alright, so the blocks that you need for this are a button, a not trigger or signal, the toggle, simple wiring blocks, I recommend you get most of them, LEDs, the signal transmitter and signal receiver, and a bunch of paints. Alright, so first off, we're going to start off with the counter. We're going to start off by placing a button, adding this little T wire, and a toggle, whatever it is. Or sorry, you can put the toggle right directly down there. You're going to put the toggle, then the T wire, and then a not signal, where is it? Going up. So when this is off, it'll be like that yellow color. But when you tap it, it should be, that knot should be off, and the wire should be on. And you want to repeat this 3 times. You want to rock the toggle, the T, and the knot, the toggle, the T, and the T, and then the knot. Now you don't need the T for the last one, you can just use a simple curved one. Now on top of these, we are going to add a, if I can find it, a signal transmitter, not receiver. Should be a little square top like that. And I'm going to paint these each a different glowing color, and I like painting them glowing because that defines them as like the digits. Pause. Oops, I don't have my cosmetics on. Pause. This video took a long time to make, so if you guys either just like or subscribe, it would really help. Anyways, thank you. Back to the video, or the binary digits, and that'll be your counter. Now see binary, so that's 1, that's 2, and that's 4. And the ones that are on are all added up together. So that's 2, then 1 and 2 are 3, and 4. Alright, next we are going to want to build the 7-segment display itself. For this, all you need is the LEDs. Unless we gotta do the wiring too though, so. Alright, you're gonna place 2 down like that. I just wanna do it. You know, place a pillow, or anything really, that's a 1 by 1. And another pillow, stack these, move that pillow, more LEDs. And when you look at the back, you should all see these glowing parts, and with a little wire input. Now if you don't see them here, they're rotated the wrong way, so you gotta grab them, make sure that you can see all that in the back. So finish this off by making it look like a digital 8. Once you're finished, the front should look like this. To remove the pillows, the front should look like this, and the back should look like this. Now, on the back, we're going to need I just like using the T for ease, and a wire receiver, or input receiver, or whatever, wireless receiver. Now we're going to want to add these onto each one, and the output going into the other one. So that is the top one, and then you want to do that for each one. Let's do the time lapse. Alright, so once you have all these connected, it should look something similar to this, maybe not be exactly like that. You can grab a wireless sender and a button, test it, and they should all turn on, just like that. Now you want to paint each of these an individual color. Second time lapse. Alright, you want to make sure they're all unique, and you want to have a lot of colors, like I said earlier. I just like using the first colors that I have, and turn that to look like this. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on to actually, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. Next, you want to actually put down 8 of these in a row. Or I don't have to be in a row. These will each be your digits. So that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you want to paint these accordingly, however you want them. Okay, well, since those blues are a little too similar in my opinion, I'm gonna replace that one with gray. Okay, I have these two blues. This one is slightly darker, and it is noticeable to my eye, but I just like this one more than that one. But yeah, that should all be good, and you don't need to do anything else to that. Now, wait, hold up, I'm kind of stupid. I'm kind of just improving this. Now you want to make sure these are all your colors. You want to designate each one of them. I'm going to dedicate this one to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, it starts at 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you might be wondering, well, why doesn't it go up to 8 and 9? That is because this is binary. And each one that's on adds up, they add it all together, that for each one is on. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 is only 7. Now if you added a 8-digit, so a 4-bit adder, it would go up to 15, which I don't want to make into an entire video, because I haven't even done that on my own. But anyways, yeah, next thing we're going to do is program. Alright, I had to take a pause since I was quite confused, because I am like doing this on the spot. I haven't practiced this at all. Alright, but anyways, when we're programming, this is the setup that you want to use. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot a part. Alright, so you want to start off by building this. Here, let me go up here to show you. It should look like that. So pause the video and take a moment if you need to build that. Now, once you're here, you want to set that over there to 0. So it should look like, alright, so you want to set this to 0, make sure these are all off and all on. Alright, so over here, these ands have to be triggered. So to make that, you want to make sure these are all on. So if it's 0, they're all off. And to make them all on, you just gotta place a not on each one. That is not a not, that is a and. Or. And make sure it's going in. Now duplicate that. Sorry, that is a toggle. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the not. It should be a triangle with a hollow square. Make sure it's heading that way. And duplicate that for each one. And should not be like that. Close up. Alright, so once you make sure you have no other wiring interfering with this, these should all be on, assuming it is on 0. And then you just want to grab a, wait, hold up. Yeah, you want to grab a transmitter, the color that you designated for your 0, and that should be good. Now you want to do this for all of them. And alright, so once you have finished, it should look something like this. These should not be powered on, and it's okay if you paint this stuff, it should be fine, I think. I'm just gonna replace it just in case. Alright, hold on, I have to go edit my old one, because it is interfering still. Alright, so your finished product should look like this. Keep in mind the colors might look different, as, you may not have the same colors as I do. Now, if you do own the zone copier, you can copy and paste each one, which will help a ton. But yeah, you still have to program each one individually. And yeah, the next thing is we have to program the lights. Now with each one of these, we gotta make sure they're receivers. And I haven't actually tested this yet, but I'm going to try to do something different than my old one. I'm going to paint these individually. Alright, so what I'm going to attempt to do, not sure what that is also on. Oh my gosh, is that really why? Alright, this is honestly a little too difficult in my opinion. I'm going to end up clearing this entire thing. Luckily, I'll still have the one that I'm making with you guys, so it's fine. Sounded like a nuclear bomb, bro. Alright, well, time to clear all this. Goodbye for 7-segment display with counter. 270 bucks goes down the drain. Alright, anyways. Now there should be no interferences. So once you have all your things, you have to grab this. I recommend you have quick craft on, as it'll make this a lot quicker. Now this is 0, so for each digit, each one is going to be everything except red. 0 is a perfect circle. So I want everything except I gotta duplicate this 6 times. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I want to add senders for each one. Color of the lights. That. Oops, wait. And that. Now, once you have it on, it should be a perfect 0. If you want to, you can add wood inside and all around it to make it look nicer, or to be able, or have it more visible. I'm just gonna skip that for now. So, once you have 0 done, you're gonna click this button, and it should be off. Now you're gonna want to do the same thing, except for 1, all the way up to 7. So I'm gonna go do that, and how much time lapse that? I'll grab my camera. Alright, so feel free to stack this stuff up, or put it wherever you want, by the way. It does not matter at all, because these are wireless, so yeah. Funny fact, the number 4 takes 4 segments. 5 also takes 5 segments. 6 also takes 6. Alright, cool, I have just finished it. Mine looks like this. Yours can look however you want. It's actually kind of nice to look at the rows or columns. So, it should be finished. Now, you can add some wood and paint it black, which is what I'm going to do real quick. Because it makes it look a lot nicer. You can also use LEDs, because they don't have the beveled edges like that. But that's up to you. Careful accidentally painting lights too. It will look bad. It's okay though, because you should have them unlocked, right? It's fine. Alright, so it should look like this. Now, alright, editor me, I just realized that the display looked really smooth on the mobile app. So, it's not the same as on Quest, because the 4 would look like an H, but yeah, just so you know, because the recording looks different than the actual, what I saw. So anyways, yeah. There is a problem when switching
the LEDs, or just pressing encounter, because of the delay between these. But you can now test it out. It should go from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes looks like H, 5, 6, and 7, and back to 0. Okay, I'm happy this setup actually worked well, because my old setup had a way worse delay, causing multiple bad figures, but
the setup is perfect. Anyways, if this helped you, please like, please. But anyways, yeah, show off to your friends. Anyways, happy wiring.